All right, Ben, let's see this for video 2. What can we do? This is the best one you did, I think. Yeah, that's the best one you did. The release was not good. Very low, as you can see. Very low. We want to get that arm releasing right here. So you gotta hold on to it longer and really get that push through. Oops, sorry, I bumped my keyboard. We want to get that push through the arm and then straight down the middle. So yeah, hold on to it a little longer. And I wouldn't even say your arm was that low because it really wasn't. I see this, this tilt. You got a lot of tilt in here, which is good. It's no longer, it's just straight, shooting from the hip. So it looks similar, but it's really not. You got a lot of power coming around. You just have to hold on to it longer. And like I said, release here versus over here. I think he did a decent job about getting on this toe. Right here. Landing on it. You stayed on it the whole time too. This foot, though, could be closer. Like here, maybe. That way it's not a pickup. More of a push off. But still, it would have been a really good throw if you just held on to it a little longer. Let's now compare to Jake's entrance step. Okay. The heels look good on both. Oh. Heels look good on both. This, so you're leading with your foot too much versus this knee. We see this knee leading versus a toe leading. If I keep going, he's kind of pushing with the knee and landing on the toe. See that? That way he can get all the way around. And if you see right here, this is this knee dive I'm trying to explain to you. It's very subtle, but his knee, as it comes around, is going to drop and then come right back up. Very subtle. It drops right there. That's the drop and coming back up. And you can see it, that bounce motion. It's very subtle, but very, very useful. Versus just coming around and yeah, leading with the toe. If you get that knee bounce, you're able to lead with your other knee. If you get this knee bouncing, you're going to be able to lead with the knee and land on your toe a little more. It's very complicated, but you get it down, man. It's amazing. Knee bounce into it. That's why he's able to just get around so easily, so effortlessly. See where your toe's hitting. Your toe's still facing this way when you're landing. As you can see, this is just directly dead center. So let's try to help yourself out and let's try to get that knee bounce going. Like I said, it's like squatting and jumping off of one leg. That's kind of how it feels. It's you're squatting real quick and jumping off of one leg. But if you go too far, you make it way too hard for yourself and it's just kind of detrimental to your throw. But if you kind of just do it very lightly, very subtle, it helps you a lot. Like I said, you're an experienced level thrower, so the changes we're gonna make are so small, but they're just so big in the long run. You see how close his feet are? Like I said, this was a bad throw. He was angled really fucking weird. Oh, excuse my language. But he was angled really weird. And look how far apart your feet are. We see how he's able to jump off this foot? That jump. He was just leaning up. Cause like, look, I can show you more of it. He's got too much weight over his body right now, so he's falling. If he was just a little more straight up, like maybe there, it'd have been a lot better, which he normally is. But you can actually see what we're trying to aim for here as well. How close his legs are, and he's able to jump through that throw. I mean, you can see the muscles working. This explosion in that leg and this leg. Versus yours, you can see this pickup and drag, and it's dragging because they're not close enough. If they were this close, you've been able to lift off of both. Since they're not, they're back here, this foot's trying to get over there into that position. I know it's very different, but we're going to keep working on it. We'll get there. I also hate how hot it is right now. It really kind of sucks. Because you can only like focus so much in that heat, muscle-wise. Eventually, I mean, it might only be 6 throws and then you're reverting back to muscle memory. And that's everyone. That's not just you. But it's just so hot. It's so hard to focus and try to work on these little details. So we're going to watch it one more time. And then on the same video, I'm going to show you how to properly glide. It's, again, just as difficult as this stuff going on. Because due to contrary belief, the glide's actually pretty hard to do properly. That's why no one's doing it properly. You did great on this heel. That's better than you've been ever. Great heel work. Well, let's try to drive with this knee versus leading with it. You got good exaggeration here. I like that. As you can see, Jake does the same thing. So he's jumping and leading with the knee, and then his foot's just coming down. And he's already has this toe, knee, hip, shoulder going. Versus leading with the toe, making it a lot harder for you. Like your butt should already be on the other side. As you can see here. I'm just going to try to put these two positions together. Yeah, see how his butt's already the other way? And he's got this contortion, hips leading. He just fell. I wish it was not a falling throw, but like I said, he's coming off of an injury and he has his own problems working on right now. But you can see it. You can see a lot. There's a lot of good in this for our purposes. Now, I'm going to show you how to glide. I'm going to show you how not to glide, and then I'm going to show you how to glide. So this is how not to glide. This is my sister, Laura. She got 3rd in shot put in state the last time she went to state. 1st in discus. Right now, she's also having issues. She should still make it to state this year, though, as a freshman. This is how not to glide. Actually, I can just play it. I'll play it in half speed. Actually, that setting sucks. It was also a very hot day. Okay. There is already like 10 different things wrong with this throw. But this is probably still better than most throws you'll see at a meet. First of all, this foot is kicking. We're not kicking. We're not supposed to be kicking. She's got this kick. That's the only thing bringing her to the back. I'm going to show the proper way how to do that. In Crocs. Proper way to do this is this isn't a kick. This foot is reaching over here. This foot is kicking or pushing per se. All the power is off that foot. This foot is just reaching. As you can see here, there is no push off that foot. There's nothing. No push. This foot cannot move your body weight. It just can't. It can't do it. You're just asking too much of yourself to do that. Look how she lands. She lands with virtually no weight over this knee. See how much weight I have over this knee? It's very important in shot put because when you land, do you see that movement right there? This slight movement going that way. I stop right here. Don't actually throw it. I broke it in half. But the purpose of this is to generate momentum heading this way. And if you have no weight over your knee, because right here, all this weight over your knee is going to be shifting over to this other leg from the momentum brought from the kick. Got all this momentum you just created. And your goal is to throw with that momentum. So if you have all the weight up here, not over your knee, you're not going to have any momentum, no weight moving. There's no weight shifting because the weight's already shifted over here. So there's no momentum in your throw. So basically, this kick or push is pointless. You might as well stand throw, which is what most people are doing. Her feet are way too far apart. Way too far apart. Causing her foot, as you know in discus, to drag. To sandbag. You might as well call this a ball and chain because it's just dragging her foot. That's all it is. It's just a weight holding you from throwing more powerful. You might as well just stand throw because now you're not even just doing it for nothing. You're hurting yourself in your throw. So this is a reach. I know I'm a giant and it's a lot easier for me to do. My foot's landing. This foot is still coming. Boom. With a short little distance. That weight and is moving from that generated momentum. And then it will result into this. So it's this big kick, land, And this is the second half. Big push. There's momentum coming. That's the momentum. All right. I'm trying to time this, so I'm still low. I still got that weight over, and my weight is shifting up until I'm in this position. So that weight is no longer, it's already shifted up. The weight's no longer over my knee. And now I'm throwing with that momentum. I got toe, knee, hip, arm going in that order. Toe, knee, hips, arm, big explosion, out of it. And you got to really watch the mechanics of these knees and hips. All toes. I'm able to lift through. I know you've seen it before. I've talked about it before. I'm able to lift through. Big explosion off the ground into a recovery. She eventually does it right. It's this one. These both look like the same exact video, so I could be completely wrong. That's not it. I might just have 2 copies of the same video up here. I think I do. No, I don't. It's cut in half. She does it right there. More. See how she's, this is a reach now and she's pushing off her heel. She could push off a lot more, but she's pushing off her heel. But look at the ground she already covered compared to the other one. Then look how close her feet are. If she turns and throws that, she's great. So that's the basics for the glide. I think it's very important for people to learn a proper glide throw before they learn the spin. Because you're not going to be going into your first meet of next year spinning. You're still going to be learning it. If you don't have something to fall back on, it's like, you know, what's the point? Anyways, man, hope this is helpful. I will see you Friday.